Welcome to Fit to Mind. Today's meditation is about celebrating our life. I was inspired to make this meditation on my very own birthday. I sat down and started to replay the highlight reels of my life, from childhood all the way now into adulthood. And it made me appreciate and remember the journey that I've been on, and helped me celebrate this magical, wonderful life I am so privileged to be able to live so far. So I invite you on that same meditation experience and journey with me today. And it doesn't even need to be your birthday. So I invite you to sit comfortably, and spine tall, body relaxed. And I invite you to close your eyes now. And just starting to come to center by allowing your breath to guide you there. Allowing the breath to guide you back to center. And then behind those closed and dark eyelids, let that be the screen where your mind begins to play the images of childhood and all of those happy moments, the moments of play, of laughter, of love, those moments that make you smile as you remember and recall them. And it might be that you're holding on to one particular image. Or it may be that you're flashing through the photos of your childhood in your mind. And just like our social media pages, we tend to show the highlights, the moments where we're happy, those peak moments. Let's focus on those in this moment. All of those wonderful, happy memories of childhood. Any memories we can recall. How curious our minds were. How innocent our minds were. Before we yet fully developed our biases and opinions on the world. Remember how differently we saw things. How interesting and mysterious the most small, humble, and simple things would be. How truly present we were in the moment. Deeply absorbed in our play. Remembering and seeing yourself as a child. Then take a few moments now to remember and see yourself through your teenage years. From pre-adolescence all the way up to the teenage years, and even being a young adult. Seeing yourself in school with friends. And sure, there were tough times and challenging times in everybody's life in childhood and our teenage years. But let's focus on those highlights, on the good memories. On those moments where we celebrated or can celebrate now, Even if that moment didn't feel spectacular then at the time, looking back, we now realize how important that moment was. How significant that moment would be for the rest of our life, for the story that has unfolded so far. Remembering all the times that we smiled and laughed, the butterflies we felt with our first crushes and loves, how excited we were with all of the newness that happens in our teenage years. New schools, new friends, new places, learning perhaps how to drive a new car. So many new experiences. And picturing yourself for one more moment as a teenager, as a young adolescent. And then picturing yourself in your early adulthood years. And again, there were challenges, I'm sure, but let's focus on all the good moments, all the victories we celebrated, and all those little small moments that weren't celebrated, but they felt so good and so right. The subtle smiles, the deep love, the deep roaring laughter. All the moments we were grateful for and are still today. And then moving up into your adulthood years, all the way until now. And taking your time to play the highlight reels of your life, all the way until this moment. And going back one more time and just revisiting and reviewing what an amazing life we've had. How many wonderful moments have filled this timeline of our life. And what a precious life this is to celebrate. Sometimes we get really caught up in what is happening in the moment. Although meditation is usually bringing us into the present and telling us to forget about the past. The past does not define us, but it deeply informs our present. And occasionally it's good to go back and remember the good times. To remember all that we have achieved and accomplished, all the love that has filled our lives, all the joy. The past does not define us, but it deeply informs who we are today. So on my birthday, it was a great privilege to remember my life, to celebrate truly my life. And I invite us all to do that as often as we can, just to remember the story of who we are, and to celebrate our past, our present, and our future. And just as many birthday traditions end by making a wish, what is your wish for this present moment and your future? And take a moment to make your wish now. And then take a deep breath in and a big audible sigh as if you're blowing out that birthday candle, making your wish come true. And thank you for coming and practicing with me today and celebrating your magnificent life.